Good morning, everyone. It has been such a long time since I have been able to do a video, and I kind of debated whether even to finish the second part of the animal coloring book collection, because there's really not, there's some books here, but I haven't done much in them. But my OCD won't let me leave it half done, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish it anyway. You might not think this is too interesting, but I have out what I've got left. I'm sorry for the long absence. We did lose someone during the whole COVID battle there, a very close, immediate family member, and I have not wished to film. Plus, it's kind of hard when there's always someone home. The hubby's been off of work. Today was his first day back. So hopefully things are going to be looking up from here on out, and I hope each and every one of you have fared well or to the best of your abilities. So let's get right on with it. Again, I don't know the name of or the number of this part of my coloring book collection, but I will have it all figured out by the time I put the title down. So here we have Mulga's Magical Coloring Book. I had showed this in a haul, so you might have already been familiar with that. It's by littlebrown.com, and Joel Moore, I think is the name. So he does these animals, but they're also, he's Australian, so he takes on kind of the creatures of the area, I guess to say, and makes them very bold and expressive and different. You have people as well as just different creatures. Like this guy has a snake on his head and somewhat of a ape type look, I think. I like the lasers coming out of the eyes. That one's going to be really cool to do. And then I like this too. I think it's cool because he has the big photo on the side, and then the same thing in like studies. So you could do them all in different shades. You could do them in seasonal colors, and then have your one large one. Just something different. Very. I've never seen a book like this before around. You know what I mean? Like just in Walmart or something. I did end up finding this one at Ollie's and was gifted it for Christmas by my hubby. So. And here we have some chickens wearing tennis shoes. And they're all going off in their different directions there. And some very expressive fellers here. So, yeah. I'm not going to flip through the whole entire book, but if you're interested, it's Mulga's Magical Coloring Book, A Kaleidoscopic Coloring Journey. And once again, $15.99 US, $19.49 Canada. There's the ISBN number and where you can get online and look for Mr. Mulga's books. I also have Zen Doodle Wise Owls. I love owls and birds. The reason that I did get this book was because it had such expressive, like there's so many varieties of owls. So if you wanted to make these all come out. So if you wanted to color something for someone, it would just be, I think, such a unique gift. Like the person who likes rock music in your life, and sun lovers, and just all kinds of different. I think there's one in here for knitters and There's like a family. There's one you could do in dark shades. They're just beautiful. I don't know why I do not color in this book. I mean, every time here's one for the seafaring scuba lover in your life. Every time I look through it, I think it's so pretty. And of course, being one-sided makes it really an attractive feature. The reason I got it was for the hippies, because my parents were actually hippies. So this is the one that I was going to do and mail for my dad for Father's Day last year, and I never did do that, so I still want to do that. And then there was one that I was going to do for my mom, because the hippie, well, here it is. And then this one was going to be like my mom wears an actual peace sign necklace a lot. It's sterling silver, but she does actually wear that. And I just thought that would be so cute to do the hippie couple for mom and dad, and send those to them like on Mother's Day and Father's Day gift. Here's when I started, I guess, just with some Crayola markers, and never finished, as we do. So this is a book I'd like to do more of, I think. Especially if, I don't even want to say it, especially if we have to go back into any kind of, situation where we have to be locked down or anything later on in the year. I was not inspired to color during this lockdown. I just had such a hard time concentrating on coloring. I was always looking at news and doing a lot of cooking and just, so a lot of gardening. Okay, what else? I have Dapper Animals, also a Design Originals book by Nina McArdle. I'm sure you have all seen this book, so I won't waste a bunch of your time. The images are very simple in her work, which is nice, because that way you can add your own details to it if you like. And being one-sided, you could get out your rubber stamps and add like texture to, the clothing, and do all sorts of cool stuff with them. So this one here, I was just doing backgrounds, and I think I used a set of children's not washable, but water soluble crayons, just to test out the background and see how it would work, and it worked fine. So really cute book. I mean, if you love animals, these guys are just, like it says, dapper. They're as dapper as they can be. Oh, and here's the one I had showed you that I had used for Olga's color along on Olga Ronnie's channel that she had a while back, where she had to everyone to color their own Chinese astrology symbol. So I'm the horse, and I did the horse, and that's the only one I've done. But I do like this book, and again, it's one that, I plan on keeping hold of for sure and getting into more as time goes by. These two here, I don't even really know if I should bother flipping through. These are ones I showed you from an Ollie's haul. I believe it was an Ollie's haul. Where's my stickers? Did I take them off? Usually I don't do that. Pretty sure it was an Ollie's haul, where they were like some kind of 79 cents or something, and they were so thin that I was going to take them with me to Florida, and that way if I messed them up or got them wet or had to leave them behind, I wouldn't be devastated or anything. It was just something light that, because when you're on a plane or traveling, sometimes things get really, it's like, if I put one more thing in this backpack, I'm going to fall over. So I thought these were nice books with beautiful designs, And of course I knew. Look at that panda. My oldest daughter's name is Amanda, and everyone calls her Amanda Panda. So that's a cute one. But yes, with these, be sure to know that you're not going to be able to use your markers. Pencils will probably be it. Maybe gel pens. I'm not sure. There's a Shih Tzu. In case you don't know, I have 2 Shih Tzus. I had 3. One of them passed a couple of years ago. But yes, they have adorable animals in these. I just love them. And they are perforated, so if you have kiddos around, you can pop them out and let them color too. 'Tis the season for outdoor coloring, right? And then I have Birds by Georgie Woolridge. This book and I, we have a love-hate relationship. It is a beautiful book. Look at the front of this book. I mean, goodness gracious. It says beautiful illustrations of bird life to color and create. The problem is not with Georgie. The problem is with me. Because it's just so well made, thick cover. It's beautiful. The thing is that, okay, so on the side it'll tell you the bird, little ringed plover, and then it'll tell you these small birds, how big they grow, and then a little bit about their coloring and stuff. But then I find like it's not enough for me to completely grasp like how the colors bleed together or where they're placed. So then I have to Google. And then once I Google the bird, I feel like I can never get it down the way that it looks. So here's a greater roadrunner. It says on here, their plumage is dark brown with gold spots and white speckles with hints of blue on the neck. Roadrunners have 4 toes on each foot, which allows them to run down their prey. So, yeah, dark brown with gold. See, I don't have any gold speckles. I did put the hints of blue on the neck. I believe this is all done in watercolor pencil so far. I don't think I've come back in to shade it. But, yeah, it just didn't turn out the way that the Googled image turned out. So if you feel like you have to be, very specific to the creature, then I don't know if maybe this will be a good challenge for you, or maybe you'll be intimidated like I am. But I'm still going to hang on to it because I do love birds, and I love this turkey. This is why I bought the book, was for the turkey. So maybe I can free myself up a little bit and just color them however in the heck I want. I don't know. We'll see. But it is a gorgeous book, guys. So if you like birds, the paper is nice. It's basically one-sided because the other side is just telling you about the bird that faces here, which is just simple Googleable material anyway. So you don't have to worry so much about that. But I don't know the availability anymore of this because I got this at the Dollar General quite some time ago. I think I wrote when. But it's stmartins.com. Here's some information there. And usually I write down the year I bought it, but it's been I would say it's probably been at least a good 2-3 years. But, yeah, it's a lovely book. And I think I will keep a hold of it and see what I can do at a later date. Anamorphia. Anamorphia, we all know. How did I come across my Anamorphia the weirdest way? It was at a flea market. Somebody had it thrown on a table, and it was $1. So I was like, for $1, I will try it because I think they had already colored one page in here. Let's see if it's just I can find it. The person who owned it before me. Well, her name was Maddie. And yeah, it looks like she went at it with a little bit of some marker. But I figured for $1 it would be worth me trying out just to see what all the hype was about. And you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Look at this paper. Holy moly. I think I saw someone say, maybe it was John at Bibliophile Colorist, say that there was a newer, updated version with thicker paper. If I totally dreamt that whole thing and it didn't even happen, then please, John, forgive me for misquoting you. But I could have swore I heard you say that or someone. But yes, this paper, it is just so thin. And I just have a hard time with it. I don't mind the fill-in things. A lot of people hate them. I don't mind them so much. There is so much color here that coloring something like this is going to take you such a long time. That is it really that big of a deal if you have a few pages of fill-ins? So I did or started doing this fish, and I started with watercolors as my base. These are Winsor and Newton the Cotman set watercolors, and then I started going back in with some Crayola, but you know, it's gonna buckle. It's very thin, so let me see what's happened on the other side here. Yeah, I've got paint bleed through, so yeah, for $1 though, I mean, pick out just the ones that I like, paint them however I want, don't care about the other side. I thought it was well worth it. I wanted to check out Curbs, see what his books were like. So I will hang on to this one and probably attempt to finish my fish and maybe do a couple more, and then probably turn it over to the boys and let them color all these little bitty guys. I think they would think that was fun, my Grimm boys. So yes, the most thing that I have done during this whole lockdown is work in this book. And if you guys don't remember, I got this journal. I got two of them, a blue one and a like burnt orange color one. I got them as Christmas gifts from my hubby this past Christmas. And since it's a coloring journal and has lined paper, I started out the year deciding to take this with me to Florida. That way I would have something small. And it's just sort of exploded into an everyday kind of a journal thing. So I don't want to, like, go into deeply personal stuff. But I just kind of wanted to give you, like, a little idea of, I have running lists in here. A journal about, my trip that I was on. There's some photographs. Do some poetry. I don't feel the need to color everything. If I'm sitting here doing something, making lists, sometimes I just doodle in. I had taken a class, so that stuff is in there. Sorry about my profanity. Sometimes I do little collages in them. Yeah. So that is how I have really been spending my how do you want to call it, creative output. I've just not been able to just sit and color whole things. It's just been very difficult for me, and especially, like I said, with the passing of someone close to me. So yeah, this is what I've been doing. So yeah, I just thought I would share, just to show that how we can alter things, how we can make things different from what they are, how it doesn't always have to be, for example, I'm drawing on the lined paper and I'm covering up the colored paper with my Chinese restaurant finally opened. We were so excited. So yeah, like, you know, just covered right over the design with paint because I didn't like it. And that is really all I got, guys. Just a stack of animal books to finish this video and a little bit of journaling to share with you all. So I am done with my animal part, and I think the next part we're going to look through would be what is left. I've got florals left, I believe, and like mythology stuff, fantasy stuff, which I don't have a lot colored in because I had just started collecting those. So let me gather everything up and see what I can come up with for the next video. And I hope you are all doing well. I've missed you so much. And that's about it. Take care. Bye-bye.